As I have alluded to previously on this channel, many people have proved time and time again over the decades that there is almost no limit to the kind of voyages that are possible on small sailing craft. However, for most people who like to explore by dinghy, I think much of the joy in small boats lies in the fact that you can have a decent adventure in more sheltered waters, and with a bit of imagination, a harbour, lake, river or estuary can become your ocean. This is, of course, part of the magic of Swallows and Amazons, and it seems it's also something the Dinghy Cruising Association buy into, because the suggested trip on our very first day of sailing with them as part of their annual camp at Cobnor on Chichester Harbour was to navigate the Northwest Passage. And of course they didn't mean the extremely hazardous route across the top of the American continent from the Atlantic to the Pacific Ocean through the Arctic Circle. They meant a shortcut from Cobnor Point across the Thorney Channel to stop for lunch on Prinstead Point by Thornham Marina. So, armed with some vague instructions, a paper Ordnance Survey map and a navionics chart on my phone, we set off from Cobnor a little behind the main group.
Right, off we go! We are going to A Beach, a different beach to the other day. Right.
With a pleasant, gentle breeze and a slack tide, we were soon rounding Cobnor Point, and it was time to get the chart out and start working out where this entrance to the Northwest Passage could be. The forecastle hands were shown the chart and told to keep a lookout on the starboard side for the entrance to the creek, but unfortunately it seemed we were a little bit too late. The tide had risen high enough to cover almost all the marshland, making it very difficult to see where the creeks might be. And as the tide was now about to begin to ebb, if we missed the creek, the risk of going aground and getting stuck until the next high tide, which would be after midnight, was quite real. We quickly decided that, like the sailors in days of old, we would have to take the long southern route to the Pacific. It might make us a bit late for lunch, but on the plus side, it would give us a perfect opportunity to enact one of our favourite sea shanties.
Was a cold and dreary morning in December, and all of me money it was spent. Where it went to, Lord, I can't remember. So down to the shipping office when Paddy Lay Back, taking your slack, take a turn around the capstan, heave a pole. About ship's station, boys, be handy, we're bound for Valparaiso around the Horn.
Our Cape Horn was a group of rocks which marked the southern end of the marsh. We were blessed with benign conditions for our rounding, and once safely in the Pacific, or the Thorney Channel, Kira took the helm for the run up to Valparaiso, or Thornham Marina.
Take a turn around the capstan, heave a pole. About ship's station, boys, be handy, we're bound for Valparaiso around the Horn. And I was in the Jolly Sailor, along with Irish Kate drinking beer, and I thought to myself, what jolly chaps were sailors, and with me flipper I wiped away a tear. Paddy Lay Back, taking your slack, take a turn around the capstan, heave a pole. About ship's station, boys, be handy, we're bound for Valparaiso around the Horn.
We arrived at our destination just in time to see the other boats from the DCA rig up and set off on the voyage home, in their wonderful mix of traditional, modern and often unusual and innovative craft. This one can be propelled quite quickly by a pair of pedal-driven flippers. We stretched our legs briefly before setting off in pursuit, hoping we would be able to catch at least some of them up before we got back to Cobnor. Our second rounding of the Horn was a bit livelier than the first. The wind had built a little bit and the tide had started to flow in the opposite direction, creating a little bit of chop. So we decided to take in a reef for the run back to Cobnor. One day I hope I will post a video that includes a perfect demonstration of reefing a float, but let's just say that this isn't it. The technique is yet to be perfected. Even once I have got the reef completed adequately, I forget to attach the sail tie at the clew of the sail, leaving that end rather untidy and under more tension really than it needs to be. However, I'm pleased to say it did survive the trip home. That's it for this one. More from Chichester in the next video.
Because otherwise we'll all be stuck on Tarka. And Daddy might be able to use lift back, but I don't think we can all get to lift back. There's too many of us. So he can't get to lift, and we need to go with the paddleboard.
crew.
Thank you for standing by.
Further down under the edge.
Ready, James?